Hello, it's Anthony from Badge-A-Minit for New South Wales. Today I'm going to show you some quick pieces on the model 1800B badge machine, and that'll include how to operate and make a badge and also some troubleshooting. This is known as the Badge-A-Matic. We have had it in the marketplace for quite a number of years, and it's maybe a different colour than this one because the current version is in the charcoal colour, but previously the real early ones were in this mustard gold, and there was also an olive green. So the beige is the most commonly seen machine around. This machine is what's called a fixed die machine. That means it can only ever make the one size badge. That size is the 57mm badge in the finished badge size. There are two other machines that look similar to this that have been sold in Australia from time to time. One was the Mills machine, similar colour to this, was sold, and then the American version looks basically similar, but the current version may vary in colour, similar to the charcoal, but it operates differently, so the instructions wouldn't be quite the same for the Mills or the US version. What we have is a machine that, as I said, makes a 57mm badge, and the type of badge that you can make on this machine is a pin-on badge with the pin back that you wear. It's also able to make a keychain badge or a bag tag, and then there's also the magnetic version, which after you've made it you can attach to a fridge or a filing cabinet. So they're the three most commonly made badges on this particular machine. We're going to show you how to make a 57mm pin-on badge with this machine. It's fairly simple, but we'll go through the steps. The instructions that originally came with the machine have a section that covers what I'm going to talk about in step 3 and 4, which is picture 4 and picture 5. There's also maintenance instructions on the back 2 pages in relation to how to oil your machine, which you should do. Now, so back to assembling a badge. So first of all, we take our pin back. There's 3 parts: the pin back, the metal front, and the clear mylar. And then of course the 4th piece is whatever you've generated to make into a badge or artwork. So with the pin facing down into the machine, we put it parallel in the back of the machine, and then we take our badge front with the cup facing down, put that into the machine. We take our artwork, make it parallel in relation to the pin back, and so that it's looking at us so that we can read it, so it'll be up the right way. Then we add one only clear acetate. Make sure you don't use 2, may cause your badge not to form properly. So with all your components loaded in, we place our hand on the top handle, pull it all the way down until this bottom die has reached this shaft on this here. Then we raise it back up to its high position and then let go of the handle. Then placing our thumbs above on this round upper die, we reach around underneath with our 2 fingers from each hand, and that's important, and we push up, and it moves up about 1 or 2 mm into the die, and that's step 1. So we're putting our fingers on the back of the front that is resting up in there after the first time we pulled the handle down. Step 2, we push in the lower lever, either a black or yellow button, and we hold that in, and we take our other hand and we pull the handle down until we get to a point where we need to push it a little bit harder, and it does the crimping of the badge. That's the assembly part. Raise the handle all the way back up, then let go either the yellow or the black knob on here. Then reaching around underneath, there's an ejector pin. You push up on that, it allows you to easily remove the finished badge, and it's sealed all the way around nicely. So that's how you make a pin-on badge or any of the other badges. With the the magnetic or keychain, you attach those other accessories after you've made the base badge. Just briefly, any troubleshooting. The most common problem people have with their badge machine is that the badge doesn't assemble. And 9 out of 10 times the reason it doesn't assemble is people haven't pushed them up. They leave that step out altogether. They might have used the machine for a while and they forget to do that. The other common cause is using one hand to do that instead of two. That causes the badge to be sealed on one side but not sealed on the other. If the machine has been used over a period of time and they haven't followed step 4 in particular, they can cause damage to these two upper dies. There may be pieces broken out of this inner ring or scrapings on the outside of this ring. That's this die here. If that occurs, you can get a similar result in that it's not sealed properly. That can be repaired. You can organise for us to repair that for you. Those dies can be replaced and that will get you back in operation again. You need a 3/16 Allen key. Occasionally the other thing that can happen is there's two bolts, one here and one in the upper die. If you find that they're loose and wobbling around, you need to tighten those back up. So that's something you can check, but that's not very common for that to come loose, but it is a possibility. You do need to lubricate your machine as per the instructions, your moving joints, also on your cutter circles as well. So they're the main things that you need to look at when you're using the machine and looking after your machine. If you have any more questions, quite welcome to call us. You can go online to our website. This is a copy of our current reorder form for this machine. It lists the badge parts, kits available and other spare parts that are available for the machine. Just before I go, that's the model 1800B cutting base. It's an A4 cutting base. We call it an 1800 CB. With that in place, you can move your cutter circle around on top of the different designs, and it's quick and easy. Thanks for joining with us today. We'll have some other videos for you coming out in the future.